Hey everyone, each year I try to do a recap of the year that's passed, and Christmas just passed. We're rolling into New Year's Eve at the end of this week, and this is where really people start to reflect on what happened in the previous year. They're really starting to hopefully set some goals for the coming year. But man, what an interesting 2016 is the easiest way to put it. A lot of things have happened. A lot of changes have been made. Just huge opportunity has arisen, and when I think back to the past year, so many massive changes has happened. We're in marketing, so when we look at some of the changes, as simple as how insane this year Snapchat went, and then Instagram following, and really instead of losing a huge market share of their own, they jumped in and made some massive changes and allowed you to storytell on their platform in a very similar, almost identical way as Snapchat, to make sure that they kept their audience. And there's been a lot of good ads, a lot of good marketing that I've come across and that I've seen. We've had some huge success with our clients, and really for 2016, what was crazy was going from zero, which was me independently as a marketing consultant by myself with really nothing else, just me as a marketing consultant, to deciding that as I took on a whole bunch of clients in a row, we really could build this into an agency. And so in our first year, really to break that $1 million mark, move and get enough clients and actually hire enough employees that we're in our third office so far this year. And as fast as possible, we're actually getting out of this one, and we have another one that the TIs are being done. And as soon as those tenant improvements are ready and we can move into that one, that hopefully, assuming that we don't overhire and have too many people, that one should last us a good 3 years or so. So we won't have to move quite so often, which will be a nice thing. Moving into multiple locations in a single year is just really difficult. And then even, in this location that we're in, it's been great. We've been able to fit, what do we have, 12, 14 employees plus a couple working at home. It's been great. It's been amazing. And then you end up with, because we're subletting, you end up with just some crazy things going down with the other business that's inside the same building. And so all of that, we're just ready to move and get into our own space, get into really where our future is going to grow. And so really within the first 30 days of the year, we should be able to move into that new building. It's going to be fresh, clean, new furniture, amazing build outs, lots of cool features to it. So we're really pumped and excited about that. But one of the biggest things that I think I've come across and kind of learned about this year is I'm gonna have to move it towards hiring. Right, we've hired a lot of people inside really a first year of business, and with almost 16 employees, just a really solid team. It's been interesting to understand how to play the dynamics together. One of our big goals is that, and the reason that we've actually grown so fast and we've had such amazing success this year so far is just simply our culture. And so I wanted to build something where people actually enjoyed coming to work. And, one of the biggest shocks and surprises, a couple things. So in October, my family and I, we went on a vacation to Hawaii. And so I really, we'd taken a couple small trips, but nothing to that extent where we were going to be gone for, really a long period of time. And I think we were gone for like 9 days or something. And so we had to I had to leave this place, and I had to leave this open for, for everybody to run and do their job. And it was really like the big test, what's going to happen. And so a couple things happened. We actually lost a client, which that happens, it's going to happen in business. I'm not, naive to that. But then we also gained really one of the biggest clients that we had, one of the biggest companies we've actually ever worked with. And so that was pretty interesting, that all happened at the same time. We've learned a lot about hiring when it comes to me being out of town and me not being around. So then another big thing is, me keeping a pulse on clientele and and what their needs are, and making sure that I always have a pulse on where they are. And as new as as much as I think that our team is just amazing and we're incredible, which we are, there is still really important factor to me keeping a hand on and seeing every client through, just until we get to a point maybe where we put somebody and we replace me and put somebody in place. And it's something, it was one of the big things that I've learned. So what's happening for 2017 that excuse me, that we're rolling out, and really this is my need to share with other entrepreneurs, with other business owners, that documenting the process. Right, we've gone through some amazing struggles. We've gone through some amazing successes. One of the things I think that would have been most impressive is if I'd been recording this the whole time and you had the opportunity to see us as we struggle, and we're in an office that doesn't fit more than 2 people. Then we move into an office that fits, well, it could have technically fit probably 5, but then after that we have to move on to the next. And so that whole process of hiring and really hitting capacity and then growing, and then we moved in here, and our assumption was we could make it for 5 days, or excuse me, for 60 days. We could have made it for 6 months. That's what I'm trying to say. Could have made it for 6 months, and we lasted 40 days in here before we hit capacity. And so the reason that we've grown so fast, and what the culture's like here, and how everybody loves what they're doing and how they're getting along, and I mean, every little struggle, if somebody wants to start a business, I mean, we've put up with it, we've dealt with it, we've gone through it. But then on the flip side of that as well, at the same time, like some of the campaigns that we've run, I've just literally blown my mind with how unbelievably successful some of our campaigns have been, a lot of our campaigns actually, and how we've completely transformed businesses, and what we've offered for some companies that really we're super skeptical when it comes to hiring somebody like an agency to run their marketing or their ads, and then they get, I mean, literally we blew the doors off of their current business model and forced them to restructure. And that's pretty damn impressive, especially really with how young we are. But I mean, I knew we had massive talent, and it's only getting better. I mean, as our processes improve and as we continue to grow, what I keep finding is actually that the fastest way for us to get even better is when we kind of use like the pressure cooker mentality, where really you just keep bringing on new clients, and it forces us to hire more people, and for people to really, really get focused, get down and really do the things that they're best at. And what we find is that we always rise up, and our clients are taken care of unbelievably well. And so, as we're growing into 2017, and this is going to be probably one of the most incredible years I think that we'll maybe ever have, just because of the pace of our growth and what's going to happen this year. We'll probably at least get to 25 or 30 employees just in the first half of the year. And we're taking on, I mean, I think, gosh, in the first couple weeks of the year, we'll take on probably another 8 to 10 new clients that are just, really solid. So we've got so much built up that's just coming. And again, that pressure cooker, right? So we're going to document, and we're going to do a lot of video. I'm going to start making these much more regularly. Maybe it won't be me sitting in a plaid shirt, but you'll actually get to see a lot of what's going on, a little bit more of the team, and what, really how we operate and how we've created this culture and gotten to this place so far, and then as we grow beyond it. So I'm really pumped for 2017. I hope that you've had an amazing year this year. I hope that your goals, you've set them big, you've set them huge. It's just this next year is gonna be pretty damn impressive. I know that a lot of people had some struggles in 2016, and this has been a really tough year for a lot of people. I know family-wise, there's been some devastation in our family, and so we're just really excited that everybody's here healthy, and we're moving forward. So I'm super pumped. 2017 is gonna be amazing. And stick around, because if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business, if if you want to learn some marketing, I mean, we're going to start documenting everything. So stick around, and I look forward to seeing you throughout the next year. Take care.